All right, let's talk about these 7 weird traits. The ones that maybe get you labeled as different. But what if they're not weird at all? What if they're actually proof that your brain is just wired differently, maybe even powerfully? You know that feeling? Like you're operating on a completely different wavelength than everyone else around you? Maybe you feel like you just missed the memo on how to, be. Or maybe you're the person who picks up on all the tiny details, the feelings in a room, the connections nobody else sees. It can feel pretty lonely sometimes, right? But here's a thought. What if you're not weird? Seriously, what if all those things that make you feel different aren't flaws at all? What if they're just clues? Clues that your brain is wired to process the world in its own unique way. So that's what we're going to dive into. We're going to look at these 7 clues. Think of them like breadcrumbs, leading you to a way deeper understanding of how your brain actually works. Okay, so here they are, all 7 of them. As we go through, just kind of keep a running tally in your head. Let's see how many of these sound familiar, okay? All right, number 1, intense emotionality. Do you ever feel like your emotions are just turned up to 11? They aren't just simple feelings. They're these full-on, high-def experiences that can honestly feel pretty overwhelming at times. I mean, think about it. Feeling someone else's mood like it's your own, getting choked up during a commercial, you might have been told you're just too sensitive. But that's not what's happening. This isn't a bug, it's a feature. It's profound empathy. You're not just watching the movie of their life, you're in it, feeling it all with them. Okay, next up, number 2, insatiable curiosity. And I don't just mean you like to learn new things. I mean that deep, burning, have to know it now, need to understand why. You know the drill, right? You go online to look up one tiny thing, and suddenly it's 3 hours later, and you're an accidental expert on ancient Roman plumbing. That's not a lack of focus. That's a brain that's just hungry for information. It loves going down those rabbit holes. And number 3, this one's a big one, non-linear thinking. If someone asks you how you got from point A to point B, is your answer complicated? Like, you went from A to G to Z, and then somehow ended up at B with this amazing idea? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It might seem chaotic from the outside, but it's actually a superpower. While everyone else is stuck on that one straight road, your brain is zipping around, pulling information from everywhere, making these wild connections that lead to some seriously creative breakthroughs. Number 4 is all about those deep niche interests, the things people might call obsessions. But let's reframe that. It's not obsession. It's an incredible ability to hyperfocus. It's like flow state on steroids. When you're into something, you are all in. The world just disappears. Hours can fly by. And it's this amazing power that lets you get really, really good at the things you love. Okay, number 5, a powerful sense of justice. And we're not just talking about, oh, that's not fair. We're talking about when you see something unjust and it hits you like a punch to the gut. It's almost a physical feeling, isn't it? It's like your internal moral compass is just hardwired and super sensitive. When you see someone getting a raw deal, it doesn't just make you mad. It feels wrong on a fundamental level. And that's what drives you to stand up, to speak out, even when it's tough. Moving on to number 6, heightened sensory perception. Put simply, it's like the volume knob for the world is turned all the way up for you. Your brain is just taking in way more information from your senses, sights, sounds, even textures than most other people. So if that tag in your shirt feels like it's made of sandpaper, or a noisy cafe feels like an attack on your ears, you're not just being fussy. Your nervous system is literally processing more data. It's why things can be so overwhelming, but it's also why you can appreciate beauty on a whole other level. And finally, number 7. This is a cool one. Pattern recognition. It's that uncanny ability to look at a whole mess of stuff, total chaos to most people, and just see the pattern. You see the big picture. What's going on is your brain is like a supercomputer, constantly running in the background, connecting all these dots that seem totally random to everyone else. It's why you can often predict what's going to happen next. You're not psychic, you just see the system underneath it all. So, let's recap. We've got intense emotions, endless curiosity, that nonlinear thinking. What do all these clues have in common? Well, they're all pointing to one big idea, a new way to think about yourself, the divergent mind. And a divergent mind is not broken. It's not less than. It's just different. It operates outside the typical standard. A great way to think about it is like it's a different operating system, like a Mac in a world of PCs. It has its own amazing strengths and, yeah, its own unique challenges. This is really what the whole conversation around neurodiversity is all about. And this right here, this is the light bulb moment. It's all about the reframe. So instead of too sensitive, what if you're highly empathetic? Instead of easily distracted, you're a highly curious explorer. Obsessive? Nope, that's deeply focused. And overthinking is actually the sign of a powerful analyst. See? This isn't just playing with words. This is about changing the entire story you tell yourself. It's about claiming your strengths. Okay, so understanding all this is huge. That's step one. But actually harnessing it, well, that's the real game changer. So how do you actually start using this unique wiring like the superpower it is? Well, first things first, you have to stop thinking of these traits as bugs. They are features of your operating system. So lean into that curiosity, make time for those deep dive interests, use that incredible empathy of yours to really connect with people. And maybe the most important thing of all, give yourself permission to set up your life, your work, your space in a way that works with your brain, not against it. So let's circle all the way back to the beginning. Think about all those traits we just went through, the ones that made you nod your head. Now, I want you to really sit with this question. What if that one thing, the thing you've always been told makes you weird, what if that's actually your greatest strength?